Politricks, bro. It's a
Yo, it's a mess, bro.
Politricks. Islam. Welcome back to the Moor Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Brother Tyshan Edwards Bey, and we're back with my co-host, Islam, Brother Shariff Bey, the Elder Sheik, the Sheriff, and Brother Quinn L. Sheik, you're Brother Sheik as well. My bad. I think last week I did the same thing. I didn't introduce you as Sheik. Sheik, Brother Quinn L. Islam, Sergeant at Arms. Islam. We're back. Episode number 51. Islam and Supreme Math. That is power knowledge. We're in the power ciphers right now, the 50s. So this is, I'm feeling good with the great energies in the 50s right now, I must say. Last week was a great episode. Islam. Yeah, we're here in the Moor Culture Center, 715 North King Street. Come visit us every Friday. Moor Culture Center. We're here at Federation Moor Science Temple of America, Temple number 4. Islam, here in Wilmington, Delaware. And I just want to greet everybody with peace, Islam, Assalamu alaikum, Alafia, Ionio, Rahu Bat, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste.
Gee.
I think I said it all. Islam, peace. It all means peace. And in true Moorish tradition, true Moorish fashion, just want to start with our praises and honors. Islam, Brother Sharif, let's just start with our praises and honors for today.
Yes, I like to rise in the eternal circle of light, giving all divine and perfect praises to Allah, and honor to his holy divine prophet, Noble Drawley, and honor to the forerunner prophet, Marcus Mosaic Garvey, and honor to Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, high honors to Emilio, high honor to the Spirit of Truth, J. Gibbonsdale, high honor to the Magi priest, Sidney Rothschild, high honor to the God Mandate, Melchizedek, Jerome Graham Bay, high honor to the Dean of Adapts, Hamid Anderson L., high honor to R. Dingle L., high honor to the Chief Grand Resurrector, Timothy Dingle L., hyphenated Noble Drawley, high honor to his other half, Mother Ruth, Mother of Wisdom, Grand Noblest Prophetess Louise Dingle L., high honor to their daughter Diane Dingle L., high honor to Sheikhs Grand Sheikhs Margaret Thompson Bey, high honor to our Supreme Grand Governor R. Stone L., high honor to his assistant Robert Page L., high honor to our Grand Governor here in the state of Delaware, J. Howard Bey, high honor to my son who has transitioned over to the soul plane, high honor to everybody from this movement who has transitioned to the soul plane, high honor to all our ancestors, high honor to everybody not understanding my voice, peace, love, Islam.
Islam. Islam, thank you for that more. Shay, Brother Quinnell, like to give some praise and honors for today.
Indeed. I rise and give praise to the great God Allah. I rise and give honors to the Prophet Noble Jew Ali. I rise and give honors to the forerunner Marcus Messiah Garvey. I give honors to all of the prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, Jonah, etc. I give honors to all past and present leadership, and I give honors to the brothers that are here today. Brother Tyshan Bey, Islam. Brother Sharif, Islam. And also want to give a shout out to the Grand Governor, J. Howard Bey, Islam.
Islam. I like to rise in the spirit of the seven and give all praises to Allah, high honors to the Prophet, Noble Jew Ali, and our forerunner, Marcus Messiah Garvey. Islam, high honors to all past and present leadership of the Moor Science Temple of America. Islam, high honors to all true and divine prophets of Allah that stand on the square of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam, Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, Islam, all the divine prophets, Father Allah. Islam, high honors to all of our ancestors, everybody that paved the way for us to be here. High honors to all the Moors worldwide, known and unknown. Islam. Welcome back, Moors. I know. Listen, I started recording before we even went, and maybe I will use it. I don't know, we will or not. But we were going in on just. We might not use it, but I might just start where I started the intro at. But we were already speaking about. What just happened is a real big situation with the Supreme Court. I guess it started in Georgia with them saying it's okay to redistrict. I guess is what we're happening, and that this report that messes up the votes for so-called black people. Am I right? Like we now have less voting power when it comes to electing officials and presidents and whatnot.
I think it's just I don't want to say it disrupts our voting. I'm not going to say that, but it's all about districts, and as the so-called term, black folks in America, we never really had strong districts. So the Voting Rights Act kind of made it so that we could have our own districts, right? But at the same time, the voting rights was also so that you could not be discriminatory, Islam, when it comes to voting. It's a very important legislative act that has been, approved by the Supreme Court. If any of the Moos don't know about it, please look it up. I mean, we plan on speaking about it today, but like just to give you a census or understanding of what it is and what happened, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled against Louisiana's congressional map that created 2 majority black districts, saying it was unconstitutional racial gerrymander. The decision is tied to the weakening of the Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, Islam. So, the main points about it is like, what does this mean for, black politic representation in the South? That's one thing, first off. Another thing is the ruling about fair maps or reducing minority voting power, right? Could this reshape future elections nationwide? The divide between racial fairness versus partisan politics. So, it's several things that can be brought up and, questioned about this ruling. But first and foremost, we got to break it down. We got to understand what this means and what it doesn't mean. I'm not an expert, but we definitely are going to give you some information pertaining to it. But first and foremost, what everybody needs to understand, Islam, Sister Haj, we as a people have to come together and start understanding and paying attention to law. Okay? Now, everybody wants to complain about, oh, the 14th, the 15th Amendment, they're trying to take this away from us. The voting rights, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. We have to understand law as citizens first.
You know the deepest part about Moor?
Islam.
It's 2026, and when you read our history here in America, we still ain't got a voice.
Islam.
They still saying shut up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you go back and question leadership again. You have some people doing the best at what they can, but my Allah is not that small to me.
Sorry.
Prophet, they said the prophet knows dryly speaks with clearness, power, and authority, and we should imitate the prophet and work words and deeds. If our prophet's noble, we're noble. And that's how we deal with these people. But you got people out here that keep downplaying who we are, our structure. If we have a grand baptismal certificate, that means we resurrected up out of the filth, the contamination. They don't like Superman and Superwoman or the God man or the God woman. That's why they put all this drugs in the community, the liquor stores on each blocks, all these blocks. And then going back, I was talking to the brothers way back before this war thing came up about the doctrine of discovery. Then I tied it in with how Shaitan said I would come from their left and right before. It says, we created Adam up out of black mud. Mm-hmm. And we told the angel to bow down to Adam, but Iblis refused. He was one of the haughty ones. He said, I'm not bowing down to him. He's made of black mud. What this look like to y'all? Mm-hmm. And I was made of scorching winds. Well, I said, get out here, you rejected one. He said, oh, Lord, grant me respite. That's him praying. Lord, grant me respite. He said, I will come after them for an appointed term. Mm-hmm. I will stand the straight way, which is religion. I will come from their left, right, before them, behind them, and ambush them. And you will find most of them ungrateful, going back to the scorching winds. Anger, sex, passion, the pipe, curse words, etc.
The pipe, yeah.
All that. And we just ain't, and we've been knocked off point, and we ain't got it together. So then he came back again with the doctrine of discovery. You got people around there preaching Jesus. They don't know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They say they know the Lord. They don't even know the Lord. Because we're surrounded all around this world is filled with warlords.
Islam.
Warlords and warlocks.
Islam, man.
And they ambushed us.
Right.
Because they fear Allah in you. The Superman in you, the Superwoman in you. So I asked if the nearest place you can meet Allah's in the heart. I'm asking you people out there today, what type of heart do you have?
Islam.
Because we don't hear you.
That's right.
Look what they doing to the masses.
That's right.
Look at all the great teachers we have. Peace.
Islam. Wow. So, so what do we do then? Like, what's like?
So listen, let's bust it down with the decision. Hold on. The decision, right? The court issued its decision on April 29, 2026, and the 6-3 decision split along ideological lines. The court affirmed the ruling of a federal district court panel that the state's new map was an illegal racial gerrymander. The majority opinion was written by Samuel Alito, joined by Chief Justice Roberts, Chief Justice Thomas, and the 3 other male judges. All right, I'm just trying to get to the point. I'm sorry. All right, so he wrote, allowing race to play any part in government decision-making represents a departure from the constitutional rule that applies in almost every other context. Compliance with Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act thus could not justify the state's use of race-based redistricting here. The state's attempt to satisfy the Middle District's ruling although ununderstandable, was an unconstitutional racial gerrymander.
So, my man.
So you see what I'm saying?
I'm
That's why we need to know law and stop playing around.
That's right. Are we on the cross?
Because they will sweep it right from under you.
Yes.
And then say you need to pick which party you want to be a part of so you can get voted on.
Feed you the crumbs like they didn't
say. Yeah, indeed.
So that's definitely being put on the cross, ain't it?
Exactly. So this goes back to the prophet once again. And it kind of plays into what you said that Page L said, right? But at the same time, Moors, we cannot be scared of what is going on or have fear. What we need to do is stand up as a people, right? Do what the prophet says, claim our nationality, right? And get into the politics and be citizens like we're supposed to be, rather than just sitting here watching TV, being fearful from what all these other people are saying. Oh, they going to do that. Oh, they going to do this when you go to your job or where you go, whatever, and you speak to your friends and family or whatever. We really need to understand what's going on with the law and be present. Islam, stop just taking people's words for it. Stop just watching the people on TV saying they helping black folks when they really not. You understand what I'm saying?
So when you get into dumb diverses in the doctrine of discovery, the Pope gave them order to steal this land in the name of Christianity. Now it's getting deep. Because the Republican Party call themselves a conservative Christian party.
Now let's be clear.
Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead,
the
man.
Ku Klux Klan call themselves the Christian Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's right.
So now now my focus is on the so-called black people. Why do they keep leading people into the ambush? The truth, the Holy Quran said we rehearse until you clear signs. Where's our leaders?
That's right. That's the point I'm trying to make. You know, we have all these leaders. They have all these platforms,
they ain't saying nothing.
but they're not using them the right way. The platforms are being used to keep us in to keep us hypnotized, right? They're using the platforms to keep our people hypnotized and not really giving the information so our people can be uplifted and represent what they want to represent.
Yes, because when the righteous come forth, this will be a new land. This mess, this filth will be cleaned up. The garden beneath which rivers flow is a state of mind. Like they say in Brother Page said, heaven's a state of mind, right?
That's right.
That's real. So the Holy Quran going back, like I said before, Allah never changes the condition of the people till they change within their heart. So the New Jerusalem enters into a pure heart. And so when you, being though we're noble like our prophet, we talk and walk, and we live like nobles.
Right.
We change the conditions of our lives. We don't talk to like Negro, black, or colored people, and they can't talk to us like slaves because they're on low frequency.
That's right. And you gotta pay attention too, like every case that has happened in the past, you can use as a reference when you're bringing stuff to the court of law, to the Supreme Court, right? Like I'm just trying to give an example. I don't know if they voted on it yet. You know, because didn't Trump administration file for the citizenship? Like you're born here, you're birthright citizenship, right? Now, I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but when they started having the arguments, some of the statements that were used and some of the arguments that were used were from back in time, before the Civil War, after the Civil War.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, yo.
People wasn't in tune with it.
Exactly. Nobody was in tune with what they was doing.
Just like a lot of our so-called black folks out there, educated fools, don't even know what capitalism is.
Right. And just like a lot of our people don't even know that our brothers and sisters were Republicans.
Right.
They was Republicans.
Right.
After the Civil War, we was Republicans.
But it was a different type of Republican.
But yes, but I'm just saying.
Like the reason why I said that, because people don't know what capitalism is, right?
Right.
So that's all part of my learning last year. Just saying stuff, because when we know that we are the nobles, right, we'll stand way up and get a better picture of what's really going on. Right now, we're talking about the chaos.
That's right. There's a chaos right now, right? And that's what I'm saying. If you don't know history, if you don't know law, you're gonna be lost, man. You're gonna literally let yourself be erased by not paying attention and making sure that you have what you need. And that's just on a daily basis.
And all kinfolk, all skinfolk ain't kinfolk.
That's right, Mo. That's exactly right.
And you got to watch them. Because the deepest
happened before.
Deepest part about it, these unbelievers got a lot of people on their path. We ain't supposed to be on that path anyway.
Right.
Our folk is supposed to be way higher than where they're dragging us. So this is showing what people's being taught.
That's right, Mo. That's
We
right.
supposed to have that God in mind, ain't we, Mo?
That's right, Mo.
Yep,
That's
sir.
right. But I'm saying this happened before. This happened during the Civil War. Our people was in politics. We gained most of the legislative seats in the South, and then the so-called Confederates, who were still not considered citizens at that time, right? Let's be clear. They was mad. They had no political seats. So I mean, if you don't know this about history, and you looking at what's going on now, you probably like, what's going on?
It repeated itself.
Exactly. You understand what I'm saying?
Reconstruction period.
And the same thing that happened when we decided to let them back in. Yeah, we gave them terms of why we would let them back in, and they said that they would and do all this and all that. And what did they do?
Right.
They got back in and they used the law. Right? They used the law to manipulate
Wilmington, North Carolina.
What they wanted.
They took over. They didn't use no law. They used the law of the gun. I'm pretty sure they like stormed the Capitol or stormed the buildings in North Carolina and removed the black politicians and just basically took the town back over because they were not being subjugated in their mind by black people back then.
What's deep about it now? They're being exposed before the whole world. Don't let them fool you. They weak.
And then they created that law. If you look in the Black Laws Dictionary, they tried to use the free white persons as their way of saying that's why they should have the political seat. That's why they should be the ones. Free white person don't mean exactly.
Tell them what it means.
Yeah, I know, Mo, but I'm just saying. I'm trying to give a key. So they can go to it and they can look at it for themselves.
Right.
Right. But I'm just saying that's where it came from, right? Because they had no nationality. They had to figure out what was their nationality.
And that's key there.
That's the point.
Prophet Noble Raleigh brought us a powerful message. As a nationality, you can be a Muslim, so-called black Muslim, whatever. What is your nationality?
That's the word of the day. Order of the day.
What country? Because country come from? Because wisdom speaks from out the highest plane of spirit life. Our Quran tells us, right? That means we in Allah's jurisdiction. That's where we speaking to you people from the highest plane of spirit life.
That's right, man.
Come proclaim.
Yes.
That's right.
Come
man.
proclaim right here.
Because when you proclaim your nationality, your conditions change.
Islam.
And then you'll bring heaven on earth.
So, Cornell, should we be running for office as?
Yes, we should be running.
Okay.
Just like, okay.
Superman, super. Super.
I just be trying to be, I don't want to say something that's going to offend anybody or nothing like that, but this is where we at, and this is the podcast, so I'm just going to put it out. We got to stop being fearful. If you're an American citizen, you need to step up and do what you need to do. I don't care what race you are, but since we're talking about our brothers and sisters right now, I need my brothers and sisters to act like they are American citizens and start getting up and being in their community and getting into the politics. It shouldn't be that you have only certain councilwomen and men who want to do what's right. It should be the citizens. The citizens are the ones who are making sure that these councilmen and women and the representatives in the House are doing what they're supposed to do. We are the ones who are supposed to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do.
It's so deep because I've been watching since I've been young. The so-called black politicians in Wilmington, Delaware, play right into their hands. It's like a card game, Mo.
The Voting Rights Act of 1965 was to effectively give racial groups an entitlement to roughly proportional representation. All right? So they're using what was given and flipping it to try to say now that it's unconstitutional. So now we got our people thinking that, they're trying to destroy the democracy of the United States. They're trying to make as if the Democrat can't have this or have that. You're playing into it.
Yep.
You're going to always have two when it comes to the politics. You're going to have the Republicans and you're going to have the Democrats, right? Yeah, you also going to have the independents, so on and so forth. But they're all representing to get to that spot.
And they can only deal in the corporate world because the corporate's artificial.
Right.
We're the real aboriginals of the land.
Right.
And so we had to study them.
And everybody's like, well, why is it important?
If you study, like I said before, reading's freedom.
Right.
I thank Allah for letting me know how to read because, Moor's Quran said, Jesus said, man is truth and false is strangely mixed. I look at Moors tell lies constantly.
Right.
They lie all the time. Where they can be in a better position to bring people up.
Right.
Because I'm not going to wash nobody's hand when they're doing wrong.
Right.
Well, you got to stop washing the wrong people's hands, right?
Sure.
And be, blessed are the pure in heart, Come forth, United we stand, divided we fall. People keep washing people's hands.
That's right.
They say a fool will be servile while there's no subjection.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't even nobody stand over. I mean, they just came up out of woodwork with this. They've been back a long time.
Yeah.
But while they was back, you had people, our people, all skin folk and kinfolk, teaching fear into the people, and it's wrong.
That's right.
Because they're not really bothering us like that. They've been off us for a long time. Mm-hmm. Now they just came back, and so what you leaders got to say? You've been teaching fear. Mm-hmm. You've been lying and stuff. Allah tells us not fear me and fear me alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the nearest place you meet laws in the heart. Fear no man, Lion, tribe of Judah, rock.
Mm-hmm.
Islam.
Islam. Now, what's important about the districting thing is like, what matters when it comes to picking the president? Is it the votes or is it the electoral votes?
Electoral.
Exactly. So that's what
Ain't that the
district
Catholic Church?
Islam. But we try and get some understanding. So that's why the districting is important. If all of Louisiana is considered Republican, who's the majority in Louisiana that's considered Republicans? No, we not.
The corporations, the people that have the most money and have the most land and whatnot.
Right.
And it's all corporate. A lot of us don't understand corporation.
Right. But back to what I'm saying, though. So the districting matters because electoral votes is what actually makes the votes as far as who's the president going to be of the United States. If you have a majority of Republican districts, they're thinking that, oh, we're going to be able to keep Trump in again. Okay? And this is the point that I'm trying to make, right? We have to get into the law so that doesn't happen if that's not what we want. You understand what I'm saying? Just because
I understand exactly what you're saying.
Right.
But I've been saying it all the time that when I say law, you got a shadow government, a fact, and a de facto government.
Mm.
You got a real government, which is you got a de facto government and a de jure government. The de jure government is real, and it says in the Constitution, anybody can't claim the title of nobility.
Mm-hmm.
The Moors can. That's why we're that fast. Moors are the only ones that can claim nobility in this land.
Mm-hmm.
So the other people sitting on our seats claiming nobility are foreigners. And it's time for us to speak about the highest plane of spirit life. Mm-hmm. Says wisdom, speak about the highest plane of spirit life, and have them removed. Nothing. You said study the law.
That's right.
When a lot of us walk in them courtrooms, they scared because they know we know the law.
That's right, man.
They get scared, and then some more say, sovereign Moor and something, try to divide. No, wisdom is more valuable than rubies. Any man can drop something on you that's worthwhile, because I learned this from a lot of sovereign Moor. I learned this from Europeans teaching me law. We had to know the law.
You got to stand by your people. If you want your people to be in the lead, you got to make sure you're backing them so that they can be in the lead. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. We've always dealt with this in this country. So now we need to step up and do what we need to do, right? Let's not just sit and take it. Okay, this happened in the Supreme Court. This is what's going on. Now they got these maps and they're changing these maps. Okay, so now we got to figure out what we need to do so that we can still be a part of those maps.
And that's why...
You understand what I'm saying?
And that's why Allah gave you the Quran. And after you do your work in the Bible, after you do your work, you can retire and go back and study and bring a little more energy and so forth and so on after you did your work.
Islam. Because not just because you're all I want to say is this: please don't get all caught up in these parties. Who's this? Who's that? Who's this? Because you got those same people that they trying to get you to fear. That's part of the Republican Party.
Puppet masters.
Right. It's still people that's a part of the Republican Party that don't agree with that though.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what this is about.
You ever seen the Hebrew Israelites?
They need to steal our energy.
Right.
They use politics and capitalism to steal our energy. That's one subject matter, right? But on the other hand, we're builders.
Right.
We gotta be put back together, redeemed, use them tools of workshop of the mind, and build a new character from what they destroyed psychologically, because we're nobles.
Islam.
We're master builders. We didn't build King Solomon's temple. We built the pyramids, the mounds.
Real quick. So did you ever see the video of the Hebrew Israelites that made the Caucasian people kiss their feet?
I did see that. I saw that. And they did it too.
They did it. As they may say, you got to apologize for slavery. You got to apologize for the sins of your ancestors. But there came to my mind because it's like what you said, we got to find a way to win in the new system still, whether it be using a law to redistrict again or whatever, or maybe we need to just work within the maps. Whatever they say the maps are, we can still work within it. But that requires us to influence them.
We need to change
Exactly,
our
Todd.
ways.
And
When
get them
you
thinking the
change
right way.
When you change your living style, that's when you get a fresh start. The ideals start coming, and you heal. It's just like I look at myself years ago when I was involved in that vicious cycle, drinking and doing all types of crazy stuff. Right? I was a whole completely different guy. Now I don't do that no more and stuff. I said, well, praises be to Allah. Because I didn't know how to get rid of it. I was suffering. But I kept praying. Then one day it left. I said, wow.
Right.
Holy bro, this is a good feeling, right? Because they know that you Superman. They know that you Superman. They know that they know who the true children of the Most High is.
They know.
And then they stealing your birthright, so they try and destroy you because they don't see Allah in you. They don't see Allah in you. They don't see your Christhood.
That's right.
Your Buddhahood, your Horsehood, etc., etc. They don't see you fire them neurons because you know what the neurons mean? Huh? Neurons are nerve cells that fire messages. They fire like shotguns, every second, right? They said it moves like a football field per second. So that's what they said in psychology, right? But minds don't move like that, right? Minds travel at the speed of light.
No, that's right.
Islam.
Right, that's right though.
Yeah, we travel. We traveling, man.
Yeah, don't they say like if they did an X-ray of your brain, and every time you doing something or something is like a explosion of light that they see.
You talking about crown of enlightenment?
Yeah,
that's what you wear on your head. The crown of enlightenment.
Islam.
Yep.
Islam.
So you got that crown of enlightenment. You tapping them 7 chakras or seven eyes of Allah,
That's right, man.
Yeah.
So we live in a new era and time, as Prophet Noble Drew Ali said, according to Act 6. That's what we got to proclaim our nationality, because a lot of people don't know who they are. In the army, on guard duty, you know what they say? Halt, who goes there? Place proper identification on the ground, take 6 paces rear. Advance, be recognized. What's proper identification? Your nationality.
Islam.
So we got people on our posts, Mo. And so when you study Constitution, it's so beautiful. Them pirates are making decisions.
That's right.
Because they claim the title of nobility.
In actuality, if you think about it, they're trying to make it so that we're fearful of what's going on, but they're actually fearful of what could happen. Yeah. Do you understand?
What did J. Edgar Hoover say was the biggest threat to America, the United States of America?
That's why he came with that COINTELPRO.
J. Edgar Hoover, he said the Black Messiah.
Right.
In fear of Black Messiah.
Right.
Fear of a Black Messiah. He said that's the number one threat
to
the United States of America. Former FBI director.
I want to make a point real quick.
I'm glad. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just want to say this though. Like, take for instance in Delaware, right? Last night I went out to Sullivan's, praise Allah, to celebrate my wife for Mother's Day, right? I brought our 2 sons. We went out as a family. But what I found remarkable when I went there, it was nothing but us in the restaurant, Mo. Nothing but our people in the restaurant. I'm talking about looking good, looking great, looking, and you had I say you had about 5 tables where it was European descent people sitting around with their families and so on and so forth. So when I looked at that, the supreme law that they just approved on the 29th of April hit me. And I'm looking around. What are we doing? Mo, we the majority.
Right.
What are we doing, Mo?
Exactly. And you know
what are we doing?
You know what's happened to me? I'm seeing them make moves like that, and I'm hearing the ancestors say, it's your time.
Right. Y'all need to step up.
Go get with them.
Go get them.
They ain't nothing. They just keep trying to they trying to scare you, right, so they can stay in position.
That's right, Mo. All these tactics, the Trump administration keep trying to put a resolution in the Supreme Court. Like, take for instance the what I just brought up, births. What's it called?
Birthright citizenship.
Birthright citizenship. They just now finally made a decision for the Louisiana Supreme Court decision, but that was brought up back in the March of 2024. See, people don't understand that arguments have to happen in order for you to make a decision at the Supreme Court. It ain't just like that.
I don't have no respect for no politicians that don't respect their elders.
Right.
I don't. That's a turnoff. And
Right.
and so when you've been studying for all these years, I have a lot of respect. I'm not gonna put nobody before y'all just like that. Because you know why? They're not in a circle.
Man.
We in that divine. That's what that means, Mo. Look.
That's right, Mo.
We in that divine circle.
Divine circle.
Royal Council. What is Royal Council Silent Brother though?
Man, at the end of the day, our people need to wake up and start understanding what's going on. Don't just think that, you're not part and partial, because you are. You understand? Don't get swept under the rug because you want to be ignorant.
Yep.
That's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say.
Don't let them ignorant, low frequency vampires make you feel ashamed of yourself. They ain't no match for you. That's the reason why they try to say don't teach a critical race theory, because they don't want you to wake up. Because when you start reading, that's freedom. A lot of people don't want you to read because they want to get over and use you and abuse you. But when you start reading stuff, the light comes in. Them neurons start firing. Then you bring forth to heaven.
Islam, never forget. I like to say that because the critical race theory is a good point. They also just had a DEI situation, like beginning of the year or last year or whenever, when he first got elected, and it's a lot of these things are made and done for us, like the Voting Rights Act, for justice, and they're flipping it, like you said, they're flipping it, and they're not gonna, now they're being like, oh, we were doing these things race based to help you because of obvious reasons, and now they're saying, yeah, you know what, we really can't do that no more. And it's like it's much like, look at Israel, man. They're like, never forget, we're never gonna let this crap happen to us. That's why we have to have our own land, and we need to be on that same type of time.
That's right,
like we would never forget. We're not gonna let this happen to us anymore. So we shouldn't even be underneath.
You know what I say when they do that? When the ancestors gonna wake up day. I'll wake them up. Love them. They powerful.
They try and use it against us. You're right, Mo. That's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I won't forget.
The thing is, their frequency is real low. I ain't even that's so low.
But I will say this though, I do like the fact, because I brought this up with the brothers too. There was also another Supreme Court case that just got passed about how there was white nationalists that wanted their own community, their own town, and that no other race but white could come, and they voted against it. The Supreme Court voted against it. I mean, listen, it was a close vote.
It was tied. It was basically tied.
Yeah, but they didn't pass it, and that's the point that I'm trying to make. Y'all keep playing and thinking that law doesn't matter or your nationality doesn't matter. You're gonna get swept under this rug
because the people's making these decisions, the minority.
Yeah, man.
We need to become more involved.
Right.
And what affects I can't say as a Moorish American with a superior perception reality that I'm better than anybody, any organization out there. We still one family. United we stand, divided we fall. We fall. So the message of the day is unity.
Sure.
So if I teach unity, I'm gonna be blessed for it. If you teach unity, you're gonna be blessed for it. And we're gonna feel the effects of it. Because that's our atom bomb. Mm-hmm. That's how we deal with the opposition, the colony enforcers. The colonizers, the policy enforcers. Our unity is better than their treachery.
That's right, man.
Islam. On that note, there's in Wilmington, there's coming up, the Grand Governor put it in a group chat, and I had seen they were, had one, even this, well, it already says part 3, so I've seen them posted from the other ones, but they're doing a men's only meeting.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah, tomorrow
Tuesday
night.
At William Hicks, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll be there, Moor?
What time?
Yeah, 6:30.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Islam. I'm gonna be there as well. I'm gonna stop in. I have some other engagements, but I'm gonna try to stop in for some portion of it to at least see, just to meet who's organizing it and make sure that it's understood that we're here, that I'm available. I'm glad that you're gonna be there more because it's gonna take us. It takes citizens, like we're saying. It's not just voting. It's like literally, what are we doing on a day-to-day basis? Like I walk out of my door every day and walk up and down my street. So what on a day-to-day basis, what are we all doing to make sure that our community is getting better and staying safe, getting safer, developing and things of that nature. So voting is part of it because that allows us to get politicians in place to help with funding, help with paving the roads or putting a park up or whatever. But we can, a lot of that stuff we can do ourselves, and we need to be on that. We need to be on that and find ways to work amongst each other, do for self mentality. And we have to be on that. But
yeah, y'all know that the councilwoman and man, that's a part-time job too.
For real,
like they get paid.
Yeah,
but it's a part-time. So
we need a council to bring all these different organizations together that we got.
Yeah,
we need a separate council because
just go to your council meeting for God's sakes. That's what I'm trying to say. If you live in the city of Wilmington, go to the Wilmington council meeting when they have it. It's for the public. I was just there. What was it? Friday? Wait, what day was that?
Thursday.
Was it Thursday?
Yeah,
they don't do Friday meetings. I don't think it was Thursday.
No, it was Thursday. I was just there Thursday, and my son spoke. My son spoke about the Plumber Center, and how it needs to be brought back, and it shouldn't just be a place for homeless people. It should be brought back so it can be integrated with the people of Wilmington, in the city of Wilmington, who are coming out and trying to get jobs and trying to rehabilitate themselves.
The day was the first time I seen what you was talking about, homeless city. I mean, the tent city.
Yeah.
It was scary, man. I didn't know there was that many. I didn't know there was that many tents down there.
The reason why I say you need to go is because then you can actually hear what's going on with politics within your city. Any resolution, anything that's going on pertaining to the city of Wilmington, you'll get to find out about. So then, therefore, you'll have a voice to know what's going on. So if you hear something you don't like, you can get involved with one of the councilmen in your district. We're talking about districts again. It's important. Every city has, every town within the city is considered a district, right? I think, what is it? I think we're number 9 because we're over. Wait a minute.
Award.
It's a ward. Yeah. But I'm saying the council people are considered part of districts, 2nd district, 3rd district, so on and so forth, which is pertaining to a certain area within the city that they represent.
So the reason why I was talking about mentioning council because they studied us from the Aboriginals when we had these councils, the chief and so forth, so on, and it came down. Right now we call it the city council, but it wasn't really that. It was the Aboriginal councils, and they stole, like chief of police, fire chief. They stole they stole everything from us.
Yes, that's right. The Algonquian Confederation. That's what that is that the brother's talking about. All of the tribes came together and they formed what is considered what you see now with politics, right? They got it from that. That's how they formed the Constitution and all that stuff. They got it from those civilized tribes that formed a federation, that formed a basic union for each tribe as one. And that's true. That's facts. But yeah, man.
And they try to make it look like they're the top in the world, the baddest army in the world, and so forth and so on. And what really gets me is like when Malcolm El Hajj Malik Shabazz talked about the house Negro and the field Negro. He's back in the day. He said, if the master got sick, he said, "Boss, you sick? We sick too." And say, the field Negro pray that boss would die. And he said, matter of fact, I heard one of them house Negroes say that the other day that but our astronauts can't get 5 miles near the plant. So you ever heard of we in debt? Yeah, they talk about this war and so forth and so on, and how house Negroes be claiming the karma. You receiving that karma. If you claim that, you know how even you house Negroes, when you talk about the conservative Christian party, you want to be a part of that? You teaching our people that? I mean, I love true Christ. I'm Christ-like, but all of them lies, I don't have to deal with them lies. I don't have to live them lies. I don't see nothing about none of them pagan holidays in the Bible.
Islam.
And then you come through with the sorcery and emotions and stuff like that. I met good people of all walks of life, but I also had my experience in the church because I love, coming up, going to church and stuff, listening to good music, but I also was attacked by a lot of goblins in the church too.
That's right, Mo. They there.
A lot of sorcerers.
They there.
A lot of warlocks. So you think people don't see what you're doing? I know what you're doing. They in every organization.
That's right. I mean, not to go off subject, but there's other things I want to speak about too. I want to talk about that gold statue that Joker got up. Mm-hmm. Y'all heard about that?
I heard about it.
Your president put up a gold statue outside of I think it's a golf course or something like that. He got his fist up like this. Mm-hmm. And tell me why.
Bow.
Exactly, bro.
Bow worship.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So what are we doing, right? Mm-hmm. People need to start paying attention.
But what happened to me is that the reason why I want in different churches coming up, because my mom raised me like that. I had to read the Bible to her by the bed when I was a young guy, right? Yeah. And my family believed one way, so I wanted to go out and search. And I thought everybody was like holy, right? Yeah. I met some of the deepest sources I ever seen right up in the church.
In the church, Mo. Mm-hmm. Collecting the money.
Because they know that you know the truth, but they don't want you messing with their money.
Right. Messing with the ties.
I'll kill you.
That's right. You better leave that alone.
Mm-hmm. So that you got to watch. You
gotta pay attention.
That's why when that verse, "I order my steps according to your word," that's deep, because a lot of you brothers and sisters are not on the path. Because through the doctrine of discovery, y'all's let off the path.
There's a pastor who I think I might be mistaken, but I believe it was a black pastor, by the way, mm-hmm. who stated that he loved the opportunity to be there to show the statue. Basically, he gave the blessings when the statue got unveiled, mm-hmm. and said that he loved, or that it was great for him, the opportunity to be the pastor to do that. Now, come on, Mo.
Do you know the reason why Hollywood did that, played that picture, the 10th Commandment, Moses, one of my favorite flicks coming up, to bring it into what's going on now, but Allah gonna show up for real.
Oh yeah, Mo.
He's gonna show up.
He's coming. He's not playing no games. Mm-hmm. But I just want to bring that up too. So the Louisiana Supreme Court, understand, yes, they decided to 6-3 to say that it was, basically unconstitutional for it to be that way. But that does not mean that you cannot do what you need to do to make sure you get who you want in office. You understand?
Mo, I'm trying to figure out, there's one church, I'm not going to say what church it was, mm-hmm. right? But the minister, he's gone now. He would come over to his brother's house. He had a Budweiser, he'd be smoking cigarette. Then I look at his church. His church was like real big. Mm-hmm. He had some people, from the fraternities rise and so forth and so on. Mm-hmm. Then the other, his associate pastor had addiction, right? But good came up out of it, right? Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying, when we talk about the doctrine of discovery and how we were ambushed and taken off the path of our forefathers, that's deep. And our forefathers called us back, get on the path.
That's right, Mom. That's right. But we gotta stop following the false leaders, though. That's our
Yep.
problem. Malcolm X brought it up.
Mhm.
Every brother brought it up that was in leadership trying to uplift his people brought it up. We gotta stop following the false leaders.
Yep.
Now, I know, I don't want my leader making any gold statues talking about, you know, I'm the greatest that ever did it. I'm the best of the best. And I need you to represent me with this statue. Nah, that's not how it's supposed to go, man. You know,
was it his golf course at least? I mean,
I don't know. It's somewhere in Florida. I do know that.
maybe it was his golf course. It's his golf course. I mean,
Oh,
you know,
my
it's
God.
another story.
He's the president, though, Mo. You're not supposed to be representing yourself in that manner as the president, because then it makes you look as if now you claiming to be God. You claiming
took
to
it
be
as
the
a
king.
big. He took it as a big joke, and he's making a lot of these people following false religion look foolish.
Yeah.
He definitely make him look foolish.
He make you look stupid.
He's already done that. I mean, he's
Mhm.
proclaimed, you know, Christ like. He's proclaimed that already since that first assassination attempt.
Well, they create
22 feet. It's 22 feet tall.
Man, bigger than him.
Come on, man.
And our leaders, so-called leaders, keep teaching fear. I don't fear that man. The word was made flesh. All you do is speak the word.
Oh, I was gonna say. I remember him saying he got asked a question in an interview if he thinks he's going to hell or he's going to heaven. He's like, yeah, I'm not. He said, I'm not going to heaven. He's like, I'd be lucky to go to heaven. He said this as president. Like he admits openly that he's not a good person. He admits openly that
it ain't
he's
only
about
him.
basically a capitalist only.
See, I don't blame him. He's just saying what the people's really about. Them small majority of people, right?
You're right, Mo. It was his golf course.
Yeah, yeah.
It's called the Trump's National Doral Golf Club in Miami.
Yeah.
He's just telling you. He's just telling you what them people's really about, and
Yeah.
that how a lot of our skin folk kept hiding it. They keep hiding it.
It's gold, you said?
Yes, it's
See,
gold,
see,
Mo.
gold is where it gets excessive. But at the end of the day, if I develop something, you know, and I build something, I do want a statue, but only after I have built. If I build something that grand and that great, I would love to have my statue there to be, and as well as my descendants and, you know, everybody that descends down. We have some kind of I think it's lovely. You know, much like the Olmec heads or whatever. Now, not to be represented as a god, but more so like, hey, you know,
We was here.
We were here.
No,
you know,
I
we
dig
was here.
that.
We
I
built
dig
this, and you know, don't forget who built this. So, but it's his golf course. But if anything, we need to look at that and be like, man, we need our own. We need to be, but a gold one is kind of wild. You know, like with all the amount of debt we are in, and you're gonna build gold statues.
You hear what he just said?
Huh?
You hear what he just said? The amount of debt we are in.
And you could make a gold statue.
What I just told you about.
Yeah,
No,
but that's the
listen,
point.
listen.
That's the
Remember what I
point.
just told you about Malcolm said, about the house Negro and Fort Field Negro.
Yeah.
The amount of debt we're in.
Yeah, Islam.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. They should question that. The amount of debt that he's in, the amount of time he's filed bankruptcy, and he's going to have the nerve to build gold statues 22 feet tall.
The deepest part about it, they talk about the debt that the United States owed, but they're in debt for 400 years of slavery.
Facts, all facts.
Right, man.
Us, and we keep pushing their agenda, and it's wrong. It ain't right. They owe us, and we got to keep that right before them.
Yeah, the UN already voted.
Yep.
That they're owed.
Yep.
That we're owed. We're internationally.
And we keep saying they will go down Moses' way down Egypt land, tell Pharaoh, let my people go.
I'm just saying. I brought that up because
we ain't free yet.
it's symbolic, y'all. Y'all gotta wake up and pay attention, man. Don't let history repeat itself. Moses came down with the law, and what the people do? They had the damn golden calf right there.
Yep.
So what you think this is representing? You understand? Right. I'm not saying, oh, you can't have what you want to do. You want to build your... Yeah, go ahead and do that. But this is our president who's leading our nation that's saying, yo, I'm putting a gold statue up 22 feet of myself. And I'm also building a ballroom under the white or whatever
a bunker so he can stay in office.
Yeah, so I can be protected because what happened at the last? Remember they tried to assassinate him at the other ballroom thing that they just had.
They did.
Yeah,
Right.
some brother ran through there, or they got him though.
No.
And then the judge apologized to him because of the treatment in the jail. So that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to explain people, man.
Come on, slow up.
Oh man.
The judge apologized.
I read an article that the judge apologized to the brother who ran in there that tried to do the assassination for the treatment in the jail.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's wild.
But what I'm saying is, this is why I'm saying, you guys, this is America, man.
Might well let him go.
Y'all got to start reading up and paying attention to what's going on. And just be ready, man.
Because if you don't wake up, they're gonna wake you up.
They're gonna wake you up, man.
And it ain't gonna be nothing nice.
You know, this is, I said this multiple times. I'm gonna say it again. This was I didn't vote for this guy. I voted for Cornel West, but I predicted that Trump would likely win, and I was welcoming it only because I was hoping it would wake our people up. Because having somebody that will pacify us, having a Democrat in office, having another Biden in office, it just pacifies us to sleep, to be like, oh, everything's okay because we have a Democrat in office. But in reality, we wouldn't be in that much worse of a situation. I really don't know, because we need a lot more to be done.
The same bird.
Exactly.
So that means that another party got to come in.
Listen,
that's the only way. That's the only way it's got to change.
Dell Computers, they gave that man $6.5 billion, man. Trump.
For what?
And now all of a sudden, the Dell done went up on stock, and he telling everybody buy Dell. Y'all gotta start paying attention, man. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, don't get me wrong. Like, we are all ignorant to certain things in life. That's fact. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you gotta stay ignorant. You understand? Just like being on the block, I know brothers who didn't know nothing but the block. At one point, that's all I knew too. That's all I wanted to know, right?
And a lot of people don't know that. It ain't really, when it comes to Donald Trump, it ain't about your feelings. The main thing he like to do was manipulate manipulate the stock markets. He now do it and do it well, and they love it.
Right, and that's why the laws are important, because if you control the laws, you can control the stock market. You understand what I'm saying? If I choose to accept this from this person, then that means from now on, everybody in my position can do that too. So that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all thinking that what's happening, what you seeing on TV, oh man, unbelievable. Oh, how? That's because we allowing it. We as citizens are allowing it.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna say, man.
And so when you allow, that means a lot of people ain't even grew up yet.
Right.
They still you ain't a man or woman stuff. You keep accepting the same crazy stuff over and over.
And there's plenty of people who probably did vote for this guy, and now are like, man, I made a bad decision. There's probably millions of people who feel like that now. But at the end of the day, it's time to make it right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like, don't just keep talking about putting on these podcasts and like YouTubes and, you stupid, y'all voted for that. Now look what happened now. Now what do you expect is supposed to happen? All right, now we need to get together and do what's right. Because if you don't, it's going to end up being something that we don't want.
It's going to happen all over again.
Yeah.
Islam.
And that's just the minority pulling the strings, puppet strings.
Right.
The puppet master.
Islam. Yeah, we have to be solution focused right now. Please, we got to do the work. Stop being half-ass stop half-stepping and being half-ass, as Brother Shariff says. Start full-stepping. Start using our full ass, Islam, and make some stuff happen. If you're in Wilmington tomorrow, Tuesday, 6:30 p.m., Tuesday the 12th, at the Hicks Anderson Community Center. Come to the men's only meeting if you're available, and let's talk about how we can keep our community, make our community safe, make a safe place to live. Is a lot of things going on, especially as the weather gets warm. It seems like the demons seem to ramp up, and we need to get ahead of it, and figure out what we need to be doing as men in the community. Islam, do what you need to be doing in your communities. If you're not in Wilmington, figure out what's going on. Start your own community. Start your own a situation. Find what you can be a part of, and bring and use unity to make change. Islam, get behind a politician, run, Go to your community meetings, like Brother Quinnell said. Go to your town council meetings. Figure out what's happening in your town, in your city, so you can be, knowledgeable about what's happening. So what's happening. You can help influence change. Islam, you can't do that if you don't know what's happening. Sure. So read, study, attend your meetings, and be, civil. Islam, be civil, and come proclaim your nationality at your local Moor Science Temple of America. Islam, if you're in Wilmington, right here in these four walls, 715 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware, every Friday, 7 p.m.
Information in the newspapers too, Mose. Don't think that the news journal don't got information that you need to know. It does. Hey, and by the way, they just got done. They voted that any changes to the Delaware Constitution, they not going to put it on paper no more for the public to find out. You got to go online. Swept under the rug. Whoop. Nobody knows that. Whoop. So now, all right, say there is a change to the Delaware Constitution. How is a citizen supposed to know? That's supposed to be public knowledge. And they're saying, oh, it is public knowledge because now we're going to put it on the internet. Not everybody got the internet.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of public press.
Yeah.
Hello? So you want to save money because you got to pay so-and-so to put the changes of the Delaware Constitution in the newspaper or whatever it is that you're using. And now you want to say, oh, we got to save money, so we're going to take that away and we're going to make it so that the public can just see it on the internet. Not everybody got the internet. Not everybody knows that they can go to the Delaware libraries and use the computers for internet. Come on, man. It's small stuff like that. If you're not paying attention, you can get hemmed up.
Don't even know.
You don't
Don't even know. They knock on your door. I was talking about, you got to move out. You're like, wait, what happened? You get the notice? You didn't look on the website?
We changed the Constitution. What the hell? Oh, that's public knowledge. It is. It's on the internet. It's public. Oh, wow. Yeah. Bro, I don't even got a computer. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even got phones.
For real.
Oh, and then also, I know y'all seen this too. It's just so much to talk about. I just want to make sure I put it out. Pay attention. June 15th, we just seen.
Oh yeah.
City of Wilmington just put out that encampment. They're gonna start transitioning the people from the encampment area to Friends House Coalition, I think it's called, or something like that.
They're the friendship house is helping coordinate, but I don't think they have space, or they would have already been there.
True, that's true.
They don't, so they're for the friendship house is helping them coordinate to find places to go, but I don't think there's a designated place to go.
Bombs though.
Yeah, or sending Whitey to the moon with Gil Scott Heron. I love that poem. Send Whitey to the moon, but my sister got roaches in her house.
Yeah.
And they keep doing that over and over and over. They repeat that behavior, and we're the majority, and it shouldn't be. That's why they made that new rule and stuff. We have to wake up.
Boom. There you go, Mo. That's exactly what that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yep.
We worried about that, but we the majority.
Majority wins.
We the majority.
Majority wins. Wake up. Stop blaming stuff on some people and come together.
And listen, it is a...
They know how to come together.
It's a war.
Yes.
I hate to say that, but it's the facts. It's a war. So we just going to sit here on the sidelines and just let the chaos continue?
Yeah,
it's a war, Mo.
Our differences, and we must make it better for the children. That's a beautiful sacrifice. But the way we going now, you open up a combat zone for your children. You open up the hellfire for your children to fall in. If you say you godly like, holy like, don't leave your children, set them up for the fire. You do that, you ain't no good. Hell gonna be your destination. Right, Mo?
That's right, Mo.
Islam. We're past the hour mark, I'm pretty sure. Final remarks before we head out of here. More, Brother Quinnell, you want to start with any final remarks you have?
More, just be safe out there. Be blessed. Keep praising Allah. And like I said, If you have a council person or a councilwoman or anybody that's in politics that you want to back because of what they got going on and you agree with it, please do so. Don't be afraid. We need more people to back those who are doing right than more people that are backing those that are doing wrong. Islam? Islam.
Brother Shariff.
May Allah dismiss us from this place, but not its presence. May Allah watch between you and me while we're absent one from another. Ameen.
Ameen.
Islam. Ashe. MoorCultureCenter.com, 715 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware. Every Friday at the God Hour, 7 p.m. Moor Culture Center, Holy Temple Meeting, Study Hall, all that good stuff. Come fellowship, come proclaim your nationality. Islam. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
Yeah, praise Allah.